Hello guys, so today we're going to review the board game Medina. It's the 2014 re-release of this game that was previously published in 2001, and it has been published by White Goblin Games. It's a game by Stefan Dora, and it's an abstract strategy game with this Arabian city building theme. And this new release, it has a brand new cover image and also improved quality components, which we're going to see right now when we unbox the game. So thank you very much for sending me the copy of the game. Special thanks to White Goblin Games for this gesture and for allowing us to see the contents of the game firsthand. So let's get it unwrapped. As you can see, the box is actually quite huge and heavy because of all the wooden components that are inside. So let's set it here and let's open it up. Goes. So the first thing we're going to get is the rulebook of the game. It comes in 4 different languages. It's in English, French, German, and Dutch. So we're going to get the English version. Let's set this aside here. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of components to the game. You're going to get a 2-sided board for 2 and 3 to 4 players, tower tiles, palace tiles, and tea tiles. And then you get wooden buildings and the rooftops. So you get one in each color to mark it as your own. You're also going to get stables, merchants, walls, towers, and one well where you start to play from. As you can see, the rulebook folds into 3 pieces. Let's set it to the side. Here you get the cardboard tiles, so you get the tea time tiles and also the value tiles for when you finish building a certain color of the palace. So as you can see, they are quite well punched cardboard tiles with great quality. We can look at them later on. So let's set this here and this here. You're also going to get some player screens, which become important mid-game. As you start using your pieces, you want to keep your opponents from see which ones you still have left in your stock. So they are quite sturdy as well, made of heavy cardboard. This is the rest of the shield. So as you can see, it's really high quality. You just punch these 2 little pieces out, and this one, and you can build it like this. So really great quality on these shields, and they are quite large as well to manage to hide all the pieces together. So let's set this to the side. And here we're going to get the actual board, the game board. So this, sorry for that, this is the bigger side for 3 to 4 players, and then you get this smaller side for a 2-player game. Afterwards, you're going to get some score tracking sheets. So you get quite a large notebook of them, and later on you can also print your own. But you have a really huge stock to go through first. And then you get the rooftop tiles. the building tiles. These are the wall markers that you use on the edges of the map. These are the actual wall tiles, some merchant tiles, and so on. And you also get a lot of extra Ziploc bags to just store everything together afterwards. So we're just gonna get these components out of the Ziploc bags, and we're going to take a close look at each and every one of them so you can see the quality better. And afterwards we're also going to do a rules video explaining how you actually play the game, so stay tuned. So here you can have a closer look at building tiles. You're going to get 20 of each in these 4 different colors, and as you can see they fit the spaces on the board quite nicely. You're going to have to be a little careful when you're playing so that they don't get out of place, especially when you have a lot of buildings really close together, although you're going to have to leave always one space between each one of them as you build them along. So afterwards you're going to get this player tiles. So in 4 different colors. They are rooftop tiles, and after you build your palace, you will then be able to set one of these rooftop tiles on top of them, and this will mark it as being yours. So these are really great quality components made of wood and beautifully painted, and once you get the building pieces in place and the rooftops, the actual finishing board, you know, on the end of the game, it looks really nice, really well put together. So overall, visually, this game is really beautiful, and it also is very interesting strategy wise. As you can see, the quality of the components is great. So let's take a look at some of the other components. These are the stable tiles, which are a little bit smaller than the rest. Let's slide these over here. So really good looking as well. And then you are going to get these wall tiles, which are placed around the board. And to finish them off, I'm actually playing them in the middle of the board, but it's just so you can get a closer look at them. You're going to get these 4 finishing pieces, which you're going to use on the edges of the map to mark where your wall touches the edges. So it looks really great once you've finished playing. You're also going to get the fountain marker, which is this little blue tile, and there's actually a lighter colored ring that you can set around it, trying to find it among the components. These are the merchant tiles, which you're going to place in the middle of your buildings, also in a straight line, and these will award you some points as well. So can show you how it looks like when it's finished. So here you can see more or less how a two-player game will look in terms of hiding all of the pieces. I suggest that you use two-player guards because there are quite a lot of components, especially if you're playing a two-player game, because you're going to get more tiles. Here you can also see what the fountain tile looks like once it's assembled. The whole game has a really cool minimal feel, but the end of game board looks really cool. A lot of people take photos of it and post it because once the city is completely assembled, it looks awesome. So this is a big plus for White Goblin Games. They've done a really great remake of this game with really cool quality components, and I really can't wait to try it out. Once I play a couple of games just to get a hang of the rules, I'm going to do a rules explanation video where you can see in more detail what exactly goes on in Medina. But so far I'm really well impressed with the quality of the components. I'd like to thank White Goblin Games again for sending us this copy for review, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you enjoy playing Medina as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you on the next video. Take care.